Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today in this video we're playing as Poland and we're going to try to hold off the Germans. Basically, why is this up on my screen right now? How do I get rid of this? We'll be back, chat. Guys, hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today in this video we're playing as Poland and we're going to try to hold off the Germans. So I think first off, and also by the way, it's already 1939, it's August 14th, if you know anything about history. You already know what's about to go down in like a few months. So I think my first idea is I'm going to try to secure Poland's main borders with Germany by first throwing 14 troops onto there. I'm going to recombine these troops here into one major force, and then we're going to throw those up on the front line there. I'm going to take my 8 troops that are on the Eastern Soviet border and throw them on Hungary just in case if Hungary joins the war. And then I think we're going to head up here and start training some men. Also, by the way, there's some cheats on for AI and stuff like that. And also for me. So just keep that in mind. Like, for example, training is a little bit faster. I think that's really... Oh, and also research is a lot faster. But I don't really think anything else is crazy. Oh yeah, and manpower. Manpower goes crazy. Like you guys are probably, by the end of the war, we're probably gonna have over 400 million available manpower. But I can't confirm that. But we're gonna basically train up a huge amount of infantry to try to hold our lines. And yeah, that's kind of our goal right now. So we'll be back in a little bit. Bring up the time now. We have a lot of troops training. As you guys can obviously see, we're getting a huge amount of manpower now. But in training, we have 482,000 men. U.S. Congress has just passed the Neutrality Act. That's a terrible sign for everybody in Europe because if you know anything about history, this United States has kind of let this one bypass itself. So yeah. But I'm going to basically also throw these men on huge amounts of mobile supply, meanwhile majorly aggressive in their battle stance and how they fight. We also have a good story to tell you guys, but also I want to quickly say this. Any country that we conquer today, we're going to be taking a blanket for in the sense of us capitulating them, not our allies. We have to be the ones that capitulate them. So yeah. Wow. They're going to war with me already. Oh fuck. Well, let's throw on some truck production because we need some trucks to keep moving our stuff out to our men. I'm gonna try to get the force up here to beat the Germans back as fast as possible out of hopes that they won't be able to put more men in there, and it might even cause issues for the Germans later on. Meanwhile, though, down here, we're actually holding up our borders okayly. Throughout most of the area, we're not, though. Most of the area, we're not doing too well, but we're going to accept the offer from the British, basically, out of hopes that they'll join us. We're going to continue on with this, though, and I'll be back whenever we have actually a plan going here. First batch of forces have just gotten back, and we're going to throw them up on... Actually, now, let's combine both of these forces together. Combine them up on our borders out of hopes that they will make a good holding stance here, because as you guys can obviously see, we're getting pushed back quite fast here. We're taking quite a bit of casualties, I'm pretty sure. Also yeah, we're taking 88,000 casualties, but then again though, the Germans have also taken 180,000 casualties trying to invade us alone. So I mean, them getting fielded manpower would be in their best interest, but I think most of the casualties are coming from up here in their army, not really down here. But we're going to basically just try to make a holding force out of hopes that we can start holding the Germans off from continuing their invasion into Poland. So we have 137 armies now on our western front to try to hold off basically the Germans and anybody else trying to invade us. We're going to basically hold as we build up our military to try to push them back. But yeah, that's kind of our goal. It looks like Romania has just joined the Axis, so we need to get our forces also up on their borders. So boom, now our force has to spread out kind of all throughout the east to try to hold this off as the Italians also join up in the war. This is kind of bad news for us because, I mean, we could probably push through Germany right now, but I don't really want to just end the war that fast. And also, for some reason, the German AI is just kind of being retarded right now and not building up, like, a huge force in their own country at all, basically. Let's take some of the... Yeah, okay, whatever. We're going to put some forces on the Soviets just in case that they try anything stupid with us. But yeah, it's kind of our goal. It looks like France is starting to collapse from the Italian side. That's a bad sign for us. Even though we could really honestly get forces over to help them, we're not going to send anything because I don't really want to. So yeah. The chat, it looks like the Soviets have went to war. Wow. So the Soviets have went to war with the Finlands. It looks like the French are starting to collapse off to the side of me. But it still is looking like Germany has yet to move through here yet, which is a big sign that I don't think Germany has enough power really, or at least in their arsenal as right now, fielded to actually do anything. Because if we head over here and look at their estimated manpower, it is 605 million fucking people. So I mean, though, I actually have a lot more divisions than them actually out on the field. So yeah, that's kind of just two things to keep in mind here. But most of my divisions aren't even being used. Most of my divisions are sitting right here. So I'm going to actually combine these two. Actually, let's combine, I guess, my front line force with this force, and then some of the other forces can go over there. But I want to put this on the German front line here, basically. Because I just feel like that would bring better, things for us, saying that if we could hold out here and stuff like that. So yeah. But I feel like casualties for Germany is probably going to be really high for this war and stuff like that. I'm going to start building up my air force though. But as you can obviously see, this has no miners or anything like that. But Germany has already taken 2.6 million casualties from me just alone. So obviously I'm their main competitor here. I've done so basically what I've been doing is kind of just letting the Germans kind of get closer to Warsaw, closing them in, and then just kind of capturing them here, and just kind of destroying their units. That's kind of how I'm just kind of bleeding the German army slowly but surely down. So yeah. What else was I gonna do? We need to keep going with plans to keep making more stuff. Over here, on your hand, I don't really think there's much of anything we really need to do. We kind of need to keep having our production keep going. And also, we're starting to build up a navy. I'm going to start building up an air force now. Let's get some fighters going up in the sky. And then we're going to get... Where is it? Is it this one? Yeah, it is. And we're going to get these B building, and then we're going to start getting an air force up and out to try to fight. So we're going to send out a huge amount of equipment to the United Kingdom to start getting their armies prepped. I also want to... is there anything else I can do for them? I don't think I can. So yeah, they will accept that. So those are going to be starting to get sent out to those. And yeah, it's looking like France is starting their collapse. Looks like what the Germans have done is basically went down through and passed through the margin line instead of going through here. Because I don't think they thought they had enough strength to go through here as the AI. So, I mean, that's kind of a smart idea, but then that's going to mean all these forces probably down here are going to be redirected on my border. So I'm going to kind of need to be worried about that, but at the same time, what? Bro, they're fine. We have enough. But also, we're going to start putting our air force out, though, in order to try to hold out these regions. So, yeah. Paris has just happened, but it looks like Italy takes almost all of Paris, well, of France. As though we do hold out over here, we'll continue to try to hold out. it's kind of looking bad for us. We're going to get these forces to join up with them in order to basically kind of just redeploy the whole force back onto this line, and out of hopes that they can hold. So yeah, held out longer than France has now, but it's just kind of like fucking big ass clusters of both sides on our borders, and it's kind of looking like a stalemate for both sides. Because if we go into the war casualties right now, war casualties are crazy for our side already, 1.8 million. But then if you go look over at the Axis side, it has hit a stagnating 5 million. And that's mainly Germany alone, and I've caused 4.5 million of those casualties in Germany. I mean, this Polish border has been a terrible nightmare for Germany, basically throughout this whole war, and they kind of need to get it finished soon. So, yeah. That's just my 2 cents on this. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are actually doing this all correctly, and maybe I'm just, the one that doesn't see their plan here, but I don't think their plan is going to be that good. But we're going to try to take control of this sea here. It looks like the Soviets have decided to do a trade agreement. That's not a good sign for me, but I'm going to grab these men, combine them together, and we're going to take the 124th and throw them all across the Soviet border, just in case if the Soviets try anything stupid. And yeah, basically that's our idea, is just kind of hold these lines for a little bit. But we're going to take a quick blinker also just for that, and yeah. But at the same time, though, Italy hasn't really taken many casualties, so I feel like a lot of their forces could be in Italy, saying that Italy hasn't really had to fight me yet. But if you look at it, I'm a major still. I'm a major. But looking like the United Kingdom is probably going to collapse soon. And then the whole force is going to be on my border of the Axis. And I'm going to just have to hold out until hopefully the United States joins. But yeah. It's kind of a hard war here. Going to be a hard fought war. Especially down for Germany. Germany's going to definitely struggle a lot throughout this war. I can already tell that. Okay, guys, so it looks like Japan has this kind of finished up their war. I think, yeah. Now they got a massive alliance off to the side of them. These guys are they going to go to war with us anytime soon? Let's see. They could, or they could offer us protection. I highly doubt they're going to do either of that, because I'm kind of a scary nation right now, saying with how big my military has gotten. But yeah, I highly doubt anything bad was going to happen there. And we're just going to try to hold. But I'm going to start probably building up tanks soon. So chat, but honestly, at this point, 4.96 million dead in Germany. Just basically straight up to me. Straight up to just the Polish. The Polish have honestly kind of caused major issues and major kind of just everything for Germany. Because most of Germany's forces now have to be focused up on this Polish border. Because that's kind of their main enemy now. They don't really have many other enemies besides me. I mean, yeah, and the United Kingdom. But they don't really have much control over much of anything. It's more Italy that has a lot more control. So, I mean, yeah. But I think we're going to try to push the Germans back to this area here. And let's just see how well it goes. This is probably going to be like where the high casualties begin to build up for our nation. And yeah, but we'll see. But we're going to take a blinker for this just because, yeah. Almost 1 million casualties in my invasion now on Germany. Oh my god. Germany's actually having major issues right now in their own country. I mean, they really got to get their manpower back up and get moving. And honestly, dude, this has kind of forced a bad thing for Germany at this point, and even their allies, because I mean their allies are beginning to even suffer from this. Because if we go into the miners and everything, it's like 410,000 Hungarians have died, and 212,000 in the Romania sector. So I mean, it's kind of getting bad for both sides here. Well, mainly not for my side, mainly for their side. I mean, my side hasn't really taken that many casualties in our invasion yet. Like, I mean, it's about to hit 1 million, but I mean, for comparably to Germany, they're already almost up to 8 million. I mean, no, I don't want them to continue on. Stop. Because if shoot. Get 117 force onto there and hold them off in that area there. I know who these guys are, but they're going to get pushed back, most definitely, back to there. Did we lose control of our sea? We did lose control of our sea, but it doesn't matter, because we're going to bring out our strike force out to here in order to try to keep holding. But we need to hold them off onto our front line here and kind of start pushing them even back somewhat. It's not like they're starting to lose up there though. But now the forces are kind of split between these two areas. So I'm going to take like... actually, I don't really have many forces to just kind of throw around right now. So we're just going to keep how it is. But I feel like Germany is probably in a bad state. Most of these other countries are also, besides Italy. Italy really hasn't taken that many casualties, comparatively to Germany at least. I don't know why, but Germany really is just kind of sitting there as the underbelly of Europe comparatively to Italy. So yeah, I mean, that's probably like the best representation I could give right now of what's happening. But it's also looking like they're starting to get surrounded here and possibly even pushed back onto there. So, I mean, that's pretty good. It's also kind of, though, looking like neither side... Okay, wow, we're starting to get pushed back there. So I'm going to take, like, part of my force here, throw them onto that front line there out of hopes that they can start holding against those forces down on Romania's front. Meanwhile, I'm going to take this whole entire force line and just kind of remove it off of this front, because I don't really think we're going to be needing it anymore there. I'm going to add them to this. So now, though, hopefully there's not going to... I don't know how many forces are going to be up on this front line here, though, because it's kind of looking like we're like right next to Berlin now, and it's not looking good for Germany. But then again, though, we are yet to really take full control of just, you know, up here. But I'm going to send in some type of way of getting control into my land again. So yeah, we'll be back. Oh wait, did we get Slavia to capitulate? Hold up. Is Slavia capitulated? Slavia is not even a country anymore. Apparently, I guess Germany, annexed them. But yeah, okay, that's cool. I'm gonna have these guys though take full control over western Polish skies, and I guess I'm gonna put an air, force here and take control of eastern Poland skies. Okay, guys, so I think we're about to go to war with Soviet Union, which was not the plan, but if that's how they want it to be, I mean, that's how it can be, I guess, but that wasn't the hope. But we're going to basically get these two forces together, and then I'm going to put this force into here in order to make a 276-man force and throw them at the border of the Soviet Union or try to hold off the Soviets if they do try to invade. But based off my intelligence on this, they only have about 5 million, well, about 6 million manpower and only about 241 units, so my border outnumbers them now like a lot, even comparatively to their whole entire army. Yeah, outnumbers them quite a bit. Looks like the Kingdom of Romania has just capitulated. It looks like Germany's trying to push us back also, though. And that's a good sign for us. As for now, we're going to add this force to our front line force out of hopes that it might, you know, strengthen our front lines a lot more than what they are currently. So, yeah, it's kind of the hope, but it's probably not going to work too well. Saying that Italy's probably going to move their whole entire force onto our front line sooner than later, or they're going to try to take out the United Kingdom, which I don't think they would be too successful at, just mainly because I would probably hop in and try to invade the United Kingdom first in order to get them uncapitulated. So yeah. So this is basically going to be the new border of the war now, I guess, because Yugoslavia is going to war and they've joined the Allies, so I figured, well, we might as well help them out in their warring, because it just helps us gain more of the casualties across Europe. So yeah, it's only 1940. It doesn't look like the Soviet Union is probably going to go to war with me. I don't think, at least, because it just kind of seems like they're just not strong enough to, probably. So yeah. So we're almost up to a 9 million casualty count for the Germans. Meanwhile, almost 1 million for the Italians, in which we've caused most for both. And for that, we're going to take an air blinker. And we're going to just kind of keep heading off into war. We are holding off in different regions. We're kind of trying to hold Yugoslavia, just so that they don't, you know, collapse or anything like that. So yeah, we're just kind of trying to cause this to be a hard war for, you know, the Axis, basically. Like, we're trying to force the Axis into kind of a bad situation, kind of a bad area in time. So yeah, guys, we've taken like most of the casualty count for the Allies, but Germany has honestly been kind of the tank for the Axis. On the other hand, trying to hold off, like, well, kind of like, I guess they're the ones that are like having the larger amounts of casualties, and they're the ones that are kind of keeping that going. But we've forced the fall down here. So I'm going to reroute these troops probably up to the Soviet border if I wanted to. Yeah, that's what we're probably going to do, yeah. Because I just feel like that's probably our smartest idea we could do. Saying that the Soviet Union does have a justification to go to war with us. I mean, they could go to war at any point in time. But on the other hand, though, Germany is kind of just continues on this pointless assault on my border. It's kind of caused a large amount of casualties for them, and honestly, it's not looking too good for either side. So yeah. Okay, guys, so the Soviet Union has just went to war with us. It doesn't look like they're doing a push or anything against us yet, so I mean, we're okay with that. But we are starting to lose down here more, but I think we're not gonna be able to hold, probably. But I'm honestly gonna, so we've been producing tanks for a while, so we're gonna get a tank unit built, and we're gonna start deploying them. I think we're gonna probably push against the Soviets, just because I think that's our best option and our best opportunity here is to push against them rather than just letting them sit here on our border. So we're going to start letting this get planned out for a little bit until our push against the Soviets. I'm going to launch a full-scale assault across the Soviet Union borders out of hopes that we can just kind of push them back as we kind of just hold onto our western front to kind of just show that the Germans honestly really have not weakened up the Polish at all, and we are still in a fighting shape no matter what happens in this war. So yeah. Okay, so we might be fucked. we might be actually fucked. Actually, split these units in half. Throw, like, make new armies. Throw half the army here, half the army here, and we just gotta kind of hope that we can hold these guys off for a little while. These guys are gonna kind of need to be pushed back as soon as possible, though, and that's kind of the thing behind it. So, it's looking like... Are these guys miners? Wait, no chance are these guys miners in a war. Yeah, they are. Okay. Even though they have, like, a massive fucking army. Yep, they're fucking the miners in this army. So, we kind of just need to hold. Please, God, say that... Oh, my God. We have to replace all these people! Is there, like, a way for me to select all of these guys all at once? Probably not. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna cancel all these guys and then we're gonna just kind of replace them. It's looking like, dude, there's gonna be mass amounts of casualties for our war here. Oh my God, it's gonna get bad, isn't it? Basically, we're trying to recapture our country again so that we don't capitulate, which it looks like we're on the verge of it as of right now. But let's hope that that doesn't happen and we're able to recapture our country. Let's see a high-ass casualty count as of right now for both sides. We're fighting against the Polish, like our own kind, and honestly, there's already been 1 million casualties on their side alone, but it's slow, but their military is slowly but surely dwindling down, as ours has been slowly but surely increasing, and my force has increased by a lot, since they last attacked us, so yeah, I mean, we're doing pretty good. So my small little Polish country there has fallen, but we got most of our men out of there, because we got like a small little area that opened up there, so we pushed back through there. We're holding the Soviets off to the side as we push them back out of hopes that we can win there, but we're going to try to retake our land, and yeah, it's kind of basically going to become a massive price standoff onto this side of stuff. But Slovakia has came back, like Hungary's somewhat back. But once again, though, then again, they are also in major fighting zones again. So they might lose. Finally, it's about 11.2 million casualties, and we're about at 6. Most of our casualties have been caused actually by our own kind. So Polish fighting Polish has actually become like some of the most deadly combat out there right now. As although the Axis army is slowly but surely decreasing again, and they're slowly but surely losing more and more men, and honestly it doesn't even look like Germany has as much of an army as much as they should anymore, even though they still have 599 million men. I think a lot of their men got trapped somewhere along here and they just kind of lost a huge amount. But meanwhile, also, though, as we talk about this, the Soviets haven't really taken many casualties, like, comparably to most. I mean, they should have taken probably a lot more casualties. It's looking like the Polish rebellions are beginning to... Wait, who are these guys? Where are they from? Oh, they're right there. Okay, but honestly, it seemed like the Polish rebellions are starting to fall, and they're starting to kind of lose their war here as we kind of push them back again. It's like that they have surrendered to us, so that basically probably means that they're going to be done fighting now. And honestly, there's not really much of a threat that sits in our way anymore, because I think Germany really thought that was going to be the end of the war, but it was not. And we have a lot of units like back here that just aren't even being used for anything yet. But, I mean, honestly, I don't know if we're going to need them. But we're going to basically push through Germany. Oh, well, we just stole some technology. Industrial sabotage, but it doesn't even matter. Because it doesn't really seem like these guys have much of a way of winning anymore. They've kind of been pushed back quite far. Germany is getting pushed back more, and I'm not going to stop this time. This time, Poland is coming for the beast's head. It's over. And honestly, I hope that the United Kingdom is able to like land some troops somewhere along here out of hopes that they can help us. But it doesn't even look like Germany has done like passed through those, as the fall of Berlin happens also. And at this point, Germany is sitting here at 12.13 million casualties, and most of those casualties have been caused by me. So yeah, I feel like we're doing pretty good here. The Allies, though, have not been doing terrible this time around. Like, most of the casualties have been put on me, and most of those have legitimately been from Italy and my own people repelling. So yeah. But honestly, if you even count like the casualty count over here for us, it would easily yield up to a high amount. But honestly, the field of manpower is crazy on the Allies side still, with 11.3 comparably to these guys with only a few 100,000 men deployed, but almost 20 million losses now in total. Wait a minute, does that also count for these guys also? Oh my god, if that does, dude, these guys have like actually fallen to us. Like, Poland's actually going to be probably become like the major power of Europe. Like, that's probably like my goal here, is to make Poland the major power of Europe. Kind of put some buffer states in between me and Germany, though, at the same time. I mean, me and what's called the Russians. And it's looking like we're on conquering France now, as we have pushed through the margin line and are kind of entering into the Italian place. As for also, though, we are kind of helping Yugoslavia push back the Italians here, and it's just kind of slowly but surely causing more and more and more casualties to kind of build up. But our gas storages are out completely now, so we kind of need to get some refineries built up and producing more gas. So yeah. Know if Germany, like in real life, would be able to recover from this. Most other countries I feel like would be able to. Maybe not Poland. Poland, on the other hand, would probably not be able to recover either from this. I feel like both of those countries their population would have died off so much that it would have taken a lot longer for them to recover comparably. Because 7 million Poles, that's crazy. Plus, there are 3.55 million into the war against, like, the rebellion. So, I mean, that's kind of crazy shit. But I'm going to set up some war plans up here in order to get these guys to conquer the rest of down, like, over here. And it's kind of put it into the German reign of Europe for most of people. Like that, Germany has officially capitulated to me. And that means it's just kind of a warfare from here with Italy, because Italy's our main target now. But honestly, I don't even know if Italy's very strong at this point in time. Yeah, they kind of have like a lot of factories, but they don't have many divisions. And most other countries don't have any divisions either, just because they've been kind of wiped. Like, dude, some Italy divisions are actually trapped over here, so let's just go quickly take them. And we're just going to keep moving in with the war. So yeah, it's looking like Italy is probably not going to be able to hold much longer. And it looks like Poland has just, it looks like I have just basically become the main power of Europe, as I don't even know if the United Kingdom will be able to recover from their losses of 623,000. Even though that's not a huge amount, it's kind of still a lot. We're going to keep the occupied territory because that's my territory. You know, that's just how it be. But we're going to keep going through this and hope to beat the Italians. So yeah. Guys, and it's looking like it's time to negotiate peace. So my first idea here is we're going to start by taking... Oh shit, dude, the cheat gives us this also? Cool. So I'm going to first off start by taking up a huge amount of land in the eastern region, saying that after all, I've done quite a bit, and honestly, I deserve it now. We're going to take basically most of it, like most of the eastern countries and eastern lands. I want all the way up to there, so basically I'm just going to make like a borderland here. I don't want to take Berlin though, so that's kind of the thing I'm going to be careful about, is not taking Berlin and keeping Berlin to Germany. I want Germany to have Berlin, But they don't need like anything else besides that. Like up here, I'm gonna basically take like most of their sea vessel areas. Like over here, we're taking this land, and yeah, guys, and this is gonna be the world map now. Bam, that's gonna be the new world map, where basically Poland has become the main Eastern power, and yeah. But my actual idea though here is to kind of like liberate most of this area, but I just needed to take it under my control because I couldn't liberate it and keep it like under my control. So yeah, basically what we have made up of Europe now. These guys, why are they not my puppet? Oh, they are. Okay, so now I basically have puppet control over them, and yeah, that's basically my whole main idea. I honestly, wait, did I get kicked out of the Allies? Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck you guys. We'll make our own faction, bitch. But I'm gonna basically get these guys into... Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. There we go. So the reason I'm not in their What? Oh, okay. But basically the reason I'm not in their faction is because I have my own faction now, which basically controls most of Eastern Europe and part of Western Europe and even part of, you know, this area. So like Polish North Africa is ours, but it's under a basically puppet control, and you have like Polish Czechoslovakia, Polish, all this stuff. So yeah. We're gonna basically conquer these guys, but I'll be back in a little bit, and yeah. So with the Germans beat onto our side, we're gonna basically full focus onto the Soviets and beat them back, hopefully quite far, but I'm not 100% sure. But we have 723 men up on that line, and yeah, we're gonna keep invading the Soviet Union. The Union has just capitulated. We're going to basically set up some stuff. I'm going to definitely claim some states, and we'll be back. Moment done calculating the peace conference. We'll be back again. Oh, there we go. So there we go. This is what the world looks like now after World War II. Basically, has ended. As you can obviously see, Japan controls more of Asia than probably most people would want it to have happen. But on the other hand, though, Germany's in less control than what they were in the beginning. These countries are free again, and even some has grown even. We gotta just kind of Poland has grown as a power also. Russia's not as strong as they once were. And even parts of Africa have been liberated. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video though, and how Poland held up during World War II. But this is basically kind of the end of it. So I hope you guys did enjoy. Bye.